The last type of biomolecule are called nucleic acids. And there are two types of nucleic acids, DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. And RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. And when we look at these nucleic acids, their building blocks are called nucleotides. And nucleotides have three components to them. They have a sugar, a phosphate, and a nitrogenous base. So let's look at an example of a nucleotide. So when we deal with nucleotides, they are the monomers or the building blocks of nucleic acids. And they contain three parts. The first part here is the sugar. And that's the difference between a DNA molecule and an RNA molecule. In DNA, the sugar is deoxyribose. And in RNA, the sugar is ribose. Both DNA and RNA nucleotides have a phosphate group associated with them. And then they have specific nitrogenous bases. And there are 4 different types of nitrogenous bases. Now this is the general structure of a DNA molecule. And a DNA molecule is made up of alternating nucleotides. So it almost looks like a spiral staircase. Along the outside of that spiral staircase is where we're going to have the sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate. And in the middle is where we're going to find the nitrogenous bases. In this case, the A stands for the nucleotide adenine, T is thymine, C is cytosine, and G is guanine. So if we go back over all the organic compounds or biomolecules that we've talked about in this section, carbohydrates were the first type that we talked about. It literally meant carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And the building blocks of carbohydrates are monosaccharides, like glucose. Next, we talk about lipids, and the building blocks for lipids were fatty acids and glycerol. Then we dealt with proteins, and the building blocks of proteins are called amino acids. And finally, the fourth type of organic compound found in biomolecules are called nucleic acids, and the building blocks for nucleic acids are called nucleotides.